Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you don't mind, subscribe. This morning I was thinking about some of the things I've been asked. One of the top questions is, do you miss your previous home in the United States? The truth is, no. Well, I do miss my kids, don't get me wrong on that part. But they got their own lives and they're busy. And if I was living there, it'd be a rare occasion I get to see them. Be almost the same as being here. Only way we communicate would probably be with Messenger or something in that category, or phone, if I had a phone. And well, the main thing I don't miss is the snow, the ice, the cold. Don't miss that at all. What about work? Well, to be honest with you, I would burn out. I just totally burn out. I've got a work history of all my life. In my last 25 years of working, and that averaged about 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. And that was in retail sales. To be honest with you, that was extremely hard work. Working underground in the coal mines doesn't compare. Working as an auto mechanic doesn't compare. Those jobs, when you finished your day, you went home. And you could relax. Now, when you work in sales, you take work home with you. You constantly think of how can you improve each day. And my biggest downfall was I worried about my customers. I wanted them to be satisfied with any purchase they made from me. And it was a constant worry. Did I do it correctly? Did I give them the full benefit of everything that I presented? This is long after the sales. And I only sold things that I believed in. Now, I sold automobiles for quite a few years. Then I went into manufactured housing. Of course, my first years of sales was in electronics. Overall, the electronics is the job that I really, really enjoyed. But still, I had that. Even though early years in sales, I always worried about my customer, make sure they made a good purchase, a good product. Now, when I was selling automobiles, I worked at a dealership, and we always, our used vehicles were trade-ins. And I would not present a used vehicle that I hadn't drove personally and felt confident with it. I've had people ask me about a vehicle that I hadn't even got a chance to sit inside of, and I just told them it's not for sale. And they look at me real funny. And they say, why? Because I said I've not had the opportunity to drive this vehicle and determine that it's a good product. When I drove one now, I live roughly about 40 miles, maybe a little more than that, from the dealership. So a round trip was usually around 80, 90 miles. And generally, if you're going to find something wrong, you'll find it in that time period. So if I haven't driven a vehicle back and forth home, I just didn't sell it. I want to be honest with what I sold. Yeah, I could have been one of those super salesmen who sold everything and didn't care. I've known a few of those. But I didn't. All my sales were solid. And hopefully everybody that remembers buying from me, they felt good about their purchases. Anyway, as far as missing, living there, even if it was affordable, say if I could afford to live in my previous home, I don't think I don't miss being away from it. You basically now, where I'm from, you have to live in under high security. Worry about everything around your home if the thieves are going to come in. So I've talked to several family members and so forth, and that's their biggest concerns now. Security. Here, I don't have an issue. There's places in the Philippines it's the same way. Don't get me wrong. But I'm fortunate I found a spot that I'm surrounded by good neighbors. There's enough distance between us that we all have our own space. And I don't live in a cage. As y'all well aware of, I'm sitting out here 3 a.m. in the morning. There's no perimeter fence. There's no gates. There's no bars on my windows. I do have a couple of security cameras. And they're not really necessary. I do monitor them every now and then. But the main purpose of those cameras, to be honest with you, is when Grace and I are out and our son is home, I can look in on him. That's what I do with them. That's about the only time I use them, to be honest with you. When I'm not home, is check in on virtual, make sure he's okay. But missing living in my previous state, home, no. I'll be honest with you, I feel more at home here than any time in my life. I'm not stressed out, and I'm privileged to have a partner in life, a wife, that focuses on not stressing me out. She goes beyond just unbelievable, you know. I don't know how to explain that. You know, she just, each day she's just amazing. I'm actually spoiled. You know, I can take care of myself if necessary. You know, I can cook and clean. That's not an issue. I'm capable of doing those things. I could actually trim my own nails, toenails and fingernails and so forth. I could actually get the hair out of my ears myself if I had to. But she takes care of all that. Just little things. How can I miss when I'm surrounded by things that entertain me. And I tell you another thing too. I know a lot of people are negative about being older and having children. I've got a son that has just turned 9 years old. I'm getting to experience something that I couldn't experience with my other two. I got to watch him take his first steps. I've got to sit down with him and work with him and do things, teach him things, and I'm so impressed of things he has picked up. No, it'll go months and he'll come up and ask me about something that we went over months ago, and I'm surprised how much he remembers. I assembled a vanity here, and Grace was helping me, and he was giving her instructions on this. I thought that was so cute. Those little experiences, I didn't get to have previously. And I relay that to my other two kids, I've got a boy and a girl. The girl just turned 36. The other son will be 35 here next month. And when I talk with them, I relay that back to them that these are things I did not get to do with you two. I said, this brings me closer to you two than you realize. Things I wished I could have done. But that's all part of life, that's the way it is. I'm fortunate that my other two kids, they're good kids. They've never been kids that would get in trouble and all that stuff and do mischievous things. And I'm proud of them. And it looks like Virgil's going to follow the same trait. I'm happy for that. And the good part about it is, his mom will see that she keeps him in check and tries to steer him in the right direction. So, we're discussing, I believe it's last week, about when he gets into higher grades of school. I don't remember what grade it starts in, but there is a private school nearby. And we're talking about maybe enrolling him in it when the time comes. Which I think we will, as long as it stays affordable. It won't be as affordable as the public school, but it will give him a higher grade of education. And that's another thing too. She focuses on his education. And he does quite well in school. What more can a man ask for? I'm relaxed, as you can see. And life is good. Now today, if all possible, if I don't get so occupied that I can't, like I have in the past few days, I want to try to do some video on the work progress that has been accomplished. They'll be here in a few hours to start their day. They had some personal business to take care of yesterday, so they got an extra day off, which is okay. It's fine with us. But we got most of the interior work done. And I'll try to do an overview of it. So, as you can see, it's hard to miss my previous home. Folks, I really appreciate you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. And those that follow me and so forth. Thank you again. Thanks to all my subscribers. And if you're new here, do me a favor. Very simple. Subscribe. Everybody have a good day. Thank you.